Hi everyone, this is your Entrep Guru, Avinash Ramsabag, and I'm here today to help you with regards to writing your answers for paper 2. So many times students ask me what's the difference in terms of how to write an answer for paper 2. So what I do a simple strategy with them, and I am going to be showing you all basically what I do with them here. So sometimes you may get questions where the main part of the question is asking you to either state or identify. In that case, you are looking to provide a concise answer with no explanation or minimal explanation. Outline, in this case, you are looking at a point and a brief explanation. To explain is another one. You can look at a point, explain, and then afterwards justify your answer. And then the next area can be to evaluate or discuss. In that case, it will require a more detailed answer. So we're going to take a look at each one. So the first one that we look at is either where you can state or identify. And in that case, all you need to do is give your point. So I'm going to run an example with regards to the characteristics of an entrepreneur. And we have identified 2 characteristics of an entrepreneur for 2 marks. In that case, I'm putting here 2 characteristics of an entrepreneur. We have a calculated risk taker and also that the entrepreneur is innovative. Now, by just identifying the point, you can get your mark. So you put 1 mark for each one. The next one that we're looking at is structured responses. So in this case now, what we are looking to do is brief outline or outline a different point. So we will put your point and a brief explanation or a brief outline of it. So this one is saying here, outline 1 characteristic of an entrepreneur. Please note, compared to the previous one, I'm just asking for 1 characteristic, and that is for 2 marks. So in this case here, the characteristic that I'm putting, I'm just choosing 1, is calculated risk taker. And that calculated risk taker, by making your point, you are getting a mark for it. In terms of the brief outline of that point now, entrepreneurs are not extreme risk takers. They will weigh costs with benefits of starting a business or new investment and make a decision based on this analysis. That is going to give you 1 mark also. So this is how you would actually get your 2 marks. Now, a major mistake that persons make is that they just put a point. So they do not explain or expand on that point in order to get that additional mark. We move on to the next one, which is with regards to a 3-mark question where you would state your point, explain your point, and then give your impact or application of that point. So in this one, we are looking at explain compared to before, which was outline, and we are sticking to 1 characteristic. Explain 1 characteristic of an entrepreneur, and this one is for 3 marks. 1 characteristic of an entrepreneur is calculated risk taker. Again, that is going to give you a mark. Entrepreneurs are not extreme risk takers. Similar to what we had said before, they will weigh costs with benefits of starting a business or new investment and make a decision based on that analysis. 1 mark. But this is where you have to go further to justify. Now, why would an entrepreneur want to be a calculated risk taker? When entrepreneurs are extreme risk takers, they can easily lose the money that they have invested if they do not adequately analyze their decisions. So in this case, you're taking it a step further to justify why the entrepreneur should be a calculated risk taker. We move on to the next one. And in this one, we are looking at our 4-mark questions. So with this one, what we try to look at is either point, explain that point, impact of that point, but in this case we are looking at 2 impacts, or if the question indicates application to case, then you can actually put in 1 impact and 1 application. In this case, I'm separating the paragraphs into 4 so that you would be able to better see where you are getting the marks. So this question is saying, discuss how 1 characteristic, again we're sticking to it, of an entrepreneur can assist them in becoming successful. So we're actually looking at cause and effect, basically. So in this case, now we're looking at one characteristic of an entrepreneur that can lead to their success is being a calculated risk taker. Again, 1 mark. Entrepreneurs do not take reckless risks, similar to what we had said before. Instead, they carefully assess potential rewards and drawbacks before making any business decisions. That is going to give them a mark. Now, we're looking at 2 reasons or justifications for your answer now. So, by evaluating risk thoroughly, entrepreneurs increase their chances of success as they can prepare for potential challenges and minimize financial loss. That in itself is 1 mark. Additionally, this approach helps them identify profitable opportunities, allowing them to make strategic investments that can lead to the growth of the business. So it can help with later on with expansion of the business. So that again is 1 mark. So this is how I normally work with regards to my students and ask them to do little practices in terms of showing them the difference between a 1 mark, a 2 mark, writing for 1 mark, writing for 2 marks, writing for 3 marks versus writing for 4 marks. If it is that you practice this, it can help you in terms of your approach to the paper too. So that is it for now. I want to thank you very much. Don't forget, please like and subscribe. The Entrepreneurship Guru, Avinash Ramsabag. Take care. Bye.